everyone, welcome to Black Desert PS4 stream number 2. We're going to do some beta recap stuff and we're going to do some launch spec stuff as well. But before we start, let's go through the first thing on the agenda.
My name is CM Trent. Your name is?
Shirna.
There we are. So the first thing is, we've been doing a lot of Xbox streams, and so a lot of our Xbox users know what the structure is, but for a lot of PlayStation users, that first stream must have been kind of confusing.
Yep.
With how it goes. So basically for our streams, what we do is, at the top of the stream, we go over any notes, updates, issues, kind of like State of the Union kind of thing, right? Then we do some gameplay to showcase some of the stuff that we're talking about or some new content. And then at the end, we always have a dedicated Q&A session where we take a look through chat and answer questions and stuff as well from like forums, and we do some discussions and whatnot.
Yeah. And one of the things is that we do answer some questions as we go through.
Yep.
But it's hard for us to both play the game, talk about the game, and read chat at the same time. We only have one brain between the two of us, and it's kind of hard to do multiple things at the same time.
That brain doesn't fit inside of my small head. It doesn't work.
Okay, the first thing that I actually want to talk about today was the issues that we had with European,
Yes.
the European servers. We're really sorry that happened. We were working hard to try and solve it, but unfortunately a solution wasn't possible until, what was it, like 8 o'clock the night before it closed?
It's like 10 minutes before beta closed for EU, and there were a lot of workarounds that are floating around the internet. Unfortunately, we couldn't fully give our support for those workarounds because they shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Yeah.
And because it wasn't an issue specifically on our end, we couldn't give a workaround that is 100% guaranteed to work. So we're really sorry about the EU issues. And for early access and launch, I think we're going to be okay.
Yeah, early access and launch will both be okay. We've been doing the testing and we've made sure, triple checked, double checked, quadruple checked.
Yep.
That was in the wrong order. So we checked 100 times to make sure that everything is in place and working, which it is. Just a note for everyone, this isn't just the EU, this is NA, EU, and Asia. Anyone who wants to play, preloads are now available for all regions.
Yes, I'll go over that right now, actually. So there's like 3 different countdowns.
Yep.
There's one for the PlayStation Store. There's one on our website. There's one for the icon itself.
Yeah.
Right? So the one for the website, or for the store, sorry, for the PlayStation Store, that countdown was specifically for the preloading.
Yeah.
Now, for our website, it was for official launch, for standard edition users and launch users, right? The one for your icon, each PlayStation Store has a separate lock time on it. It's very weird. So NA has a different lock time on their icon. EU has a different one. Asia has a different one. And it's very weird. However, even if that lock is gone, you will not be able to access the servers for early access until around 6 hours later. 4 o'clock KST.
Yeah, 4 p.m. KST. So in about, 5 hours?
Yeah.
So in about 5 hours, that's when the early access people, the people who pre-ordered Ultimate and Deluxe, will be able to enter the game. And then 2 days later, which is Thursday our time, I believe it's Thursday PDT2, that will be when the game officially launches and anyone can go in.
Right. Oh, someone in the chat just mentioned this, and I remember seeing this. On our website, if the countdown is broken, you have to enable JavaScript.
Okay.
It's a scripting issue.
Okay.
It's definitely a scripting issue. Use Chrome. Chrome is beautiful. It just is.
It just works. It just works. Okay, PS4 roadmap. There are a lot of people asking for this. It will be announced on the 21st at Gamescom, which is going to be about 7 p.m. We cannot talk too much about what's going to be on it, but there is a lot.
Yep.
A lot.
So stay tuned for that roadmap. We'll be coming out with it at Gamescom.
Yep. We'll put everything out there when it is announced at Gamescom, and I believe we'll see how it goes. Okay.
Sorry. Question. Where did the cool clock go? It broke.
The cool clock is currently running about an hour behind. The batteries are dying, so we need to replace that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next thing is, we usually, I saw this on Facebook as well as on Twitter. Why didn't we do a Monday stream Sunday stream right? Sunday stream PET time. And the reason was I wanted to get some information about beta, which we're going to go over. It's going to be really fun, actually, for me. I want to get some data, and for that, it took some time. So for this time only, we're going to go Monday? Hopefully.
This week will be Monday for you guys. Hopefully next time it will be on a Sunday slot. Maybe we'll move it to the Wednesday hour time slot if we need to talk about patches and things like that.
Right.
We're trying to find a consistent time that works for everyone. And Monday morning, our time, Sunday evening, your time, is a very kind of rushy start because it is Monday morning, first day back after the weekend. It can be kind of difficult to have everything set up on Friday night and then for it to still work on Monday morning.
For those of you guys that seen our other streams, there's some technical issues every time.
Okay, so beta stats. I don't have which one's which.
Let's do this, right? So let's make this somewhat interactive. So I have beta stats for EU and NA, right? That's your EU number right there.
Okay, that's a U. All right, got it.
That's your EU number right there. For people in chat, which class do you think was the most played for EU? EU server, which class do you think was most played?
Well, we could do both, EU and NA. Which classes do you think were the most played?
Yep.
Out of all the 6 classes that started, Warrior, Ranger, Sorceress, Berserker, Wizard, and Witch. I just read that down the list. It's not in the order.
I made a mistake. I should have phrased this better. Write down the class plus the server that you think it's on. Because everyone just saying which. Which? Which for both EU and NA.
Which? A lot of people say Witch and Sorceress. Interesting.
And a lot of you are wrong.
That is the beautiful segue there. That is the beautiful segue. I'll do the EU stat. Do you want to do the NA one? Okay, so for EU, Sorceress was the most played, then Warrior, Ranger, Wizard, Berserker, and then Witch was dead last in the play numbers, boys. For EU. Witch was last.
Yep. And for NA, pretty much similar. Sorc, then Ranger, Warrior, Wiz, Witch, then Zerk. What's last?
Zerk at the bottom hurts my soul. Like, Berserker is the best class to play, and anyone who says differently is wrong.
Everyone went Sorc, so why do you think people went with Sorc? Actually, let's ask you guys. Why did you guys go with Sorc?
Why did people go Sorc? My guess would be that it is a very fun class to play.
Okay.
And it's also very technical.
Yeah.
So I think that might be why. Like, people just wanted to get a chance. Someone said it's the best waifu. I would agree. The new model on the Sorc is best waifu.
So Zerk, though.
Oh, Zerk is the ultimate waifu, man. That's like a whole other level. But no, I think it was a bunch of, like, people just wanting to get used to it. There's a lot of fun, and she's a lot different. And, I think that might be why.
That was fun. It makes me sad that for NA, Zerk was dead last.
It hurts my soul.
Next one on the docket is...
Technical class.
Zerk?
No! Sorc. Sorc is the technical class.
Next one on the list, Enhancements. So write down for EU. We'll go with EU first because these are big numbers. How many enhancements do you think failed on EU?
Should we only talk about the fail? Nobody cares about the success.
Nothing. All right.
So just to give you a taste, the success rate, we had over 76,000 successes in enhancements.
Yeah.
How many fails do you think there are? Someone said, what was that? 100,000 million, which would be a billion, right? 100,000 million is a billion.
Yeah.
All right. Someone said between 1 million and 3 million. You guys overestimate how much people enhance during beta. I'll say this now. A lot of people during beta don't worry about enhancing too much.
It's 5 digits.
It is 5 digits. But a lot of people don't worry about the about enhancing during beta. They just want to kind of get used to it. And a lot of people, I think, were using like Ultimate Delphad, which was quest gear, and it was pretty good. It was a pretty good thing. Okay, so there's a lot of questions. Someone's gone too low. Someone's gone way too high.
Yep.
There were 20,000 failures on EU.
And for NA, 49,000 failures.
49, but you had 174,000 successes.
Yeah.
So it's worth pointing out that the successes are so high because it is guaranteed enhancement between 0 and 7 and 0 and 5. So that guaranteed enhancement bumps up the numbers early on.
NA numbers were really high because we had the Japanese and Korean users as well in there. And oh my god, so 174,000 successes. Awesome, right? Next thing on the list is for EU and for NA. Well, we'll go EU first. How many fish do you think were caught during beta? 5 digits.
The fishing question, you know, was wonderful. 70,000 fails. Someone said that's it, but as we said, like during beta, nobody worries about enhancing too much, and a lot of people were still using the ultimate Delphad, which is probably what plus. I think it's around plus 13, plus 14 on most gear. The ultimate Delphad is a real good item early on in the game, so that's why we can't talk about player numbers, unfortunately.
Oh man, praise the window. Praise the window. You need to double your number.
So
for EU.
Out of fishing, there were 44,705 for EU.
And for NA, 121,321 fish were caught.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So, I was playing a lot on the NA servers and EU. On EU, there weren't as many people fishing at Villia. Like, during the event was fine, but outside of that, no.
I mean, so a lot of the life skills, especially the AFK life skills and enhancing and things like that, they are very important for, like, for the long term, I would say. During beta, all you want to do is just play the game, beat people up, and go for it.
Right.
So things like the enhancing isn't as important. Things like fishing isn't as important because you're fishing during beta, but what are you going to get from it? You're not going to get any of the benefits for it because everything gets wiped.
Fishing skills?
I
don't mean in-game, I mean for yourself.
I mean for yourself, but then fishing is brain dead easy, so.
It's not. Up, down.
If you can do Dance Dance Revolution on a pad, then you can easily do fishing.
That's why I suck. So.
Alright, I think we should go for the last one.
Should
Should we do the level? Highest cumulative levels?
Yeah, why not? Let's do that.
Yep.
Right?
Okay, just I don't want to put this one out there. Highest cumulative level, you guys can guess as we talk about the monsters that got the most kills out of players. So you guys guess the highest cumulative level. Remember, there were 5 slots.
Across characters.
Across all characters, not including GMs because we dominate the top of the charts.
Yeah.
So not including us, the highest player level. And this will be the last thing we'll talk about. For monster kills, Giath killed 9,000 players.
For EU?
For EU. And then Red Nose killed 3,600.
Technically, NA wins this one, but I don't think you want to win this one, right? NA, Giath has killed 17,115 players, and Red Nose has killed 6,000 people.
How? Giath I can kind of understand, but half the time he sits down.
I know. It might be the guy with the fishing rod. He just went out there.
Tries to catch a Giath-sized fish.
Oh, man.
As people are saying, oh my, and how. I don't know.
But hey, NA number 1.
Oh my god. EU best server confirmed. Okay, so for the player levels, the highest cumulative level on the EU server was YouTube Bufu Pan at level 97.
Bufu Panda, it got cut.
Oh, Bufu Panda, sorry, it got cut. Bufu Panda got a total level of 97, and then Bogatir, I don't know how to pronounce that, was 92, and Kurosaki at 91.
Pretty close race for that one. NA was a little bit different.
Very different.
So there was, oh man, first place went above and beyond. Ultima, which is one of the Korean users, I assume, right? Ultima at 150, right? 150 cumulative level.
Then Dudu.
Dudu came at second with 108, and Wulgrin as well at second with 108, and Gizby at 106.
150 is insane for a beta weekend. That's 3 characters maxed.
Oh man, it was
at least.
It was rough.
How? All right.
He did not focus on fishing.
No, he didn't. He was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna go level up as many as I can. That is crazy levels.
Yeah.
Okay.
But those are our beta stats. Oh man, I enjoyed collecting those. That was really fun.
Yeah. doo-doo carrying NA.
Yeah.
Everyone's like doo-doo. Okay, so for launch, we do have some things to quickly announce for launch. There will not be a level cap at launch.
No level cap. So if you guys remember for beta, the level cap was at
50.
50. At launch, no level cap.
Yep. Medea will be open straight away,
Mm-hmm.
which we'll be showcasing somewhat today. Hopefully it turns to daytime. It is currently 12 a.m. server time. So there will be Medea, and there will be uncapped leveling.
Mm-hmm.
We're adding stabilization updates to reduce crashing and any issues that you face.
Right.
That will be a continuous work. We've done the first part, but we're going to continue doing that over time to try and make it better. That is something that we do work quite hard towards, is keeping the optimization good. UI changes and keyboard changes. So now enter on your keyboard sends the message. You don't have to press square, type in the message, press X to send or whatever it was during beta.
I'll go over this. So someone in the forum was just like, Trent, do you remember me? And I was like, I do. Because I tried to talk to him in the arena, but I forgot to press the chat pad. So I just grabbed him and killed him. And I felt so guilty. So thank you for finding me on the forum.
Yeah, beta is hilarious when we just get to accidentally murder people.
Yeah.
Especially when you try, like, you have scars on right and you're trying to just like scroll through the chat channels.
Yeah.
And you just press scars and like you just see like 12 people around you just die.
Yeah, it was rough.
With GM armor, it's that strong. Someone saying Priduo try, I believe yes. We have Duo right now, but that might be GM hacks.
Yeah.
We'd need to quickly double check that, but probably 90% sure. Okay, so we said Medea, no level cap, which means Pirates Island is in, and Red Coral Earrings are in, and Ashula accessories are in.
Right there.
Oh yeah, Max Gear is try. There you go.
Yeah,
Max Gear is try. And Ashula accessories are in, but you will not be able to enhance them at this point in time.
Right. One last thing, because people are asking. Actually, let's go through this. People in chat, what do you think was the most asked question during beta? Do you know? What do you have?
The most asked question?
To you. Like when you were on chat, what was the most asked question?
I can't think. I've kind of blocked it out of my memory.
For me, there was two. One, at launch, is there going to be more than 6 classes?
Uh-huh.
And
there's going to be 6 classes
there's
at
going
launch.
to be 6 classes at launch. And is Awakening coming at launch?
No.
No, it's not.
No. So this is something we kind of told Xbox users way back in the day, and we're going to tell you guys the same thing. The pre-Awakening period is a one-time experience. It's never going to come back. So enjoy it for what it is. A lot of people complain about issues with their classes, and if I don't have Awakening, I don't have this. But then a lot of classes don't have that. So enjoy pre-Awakening while it is there. Because once it changes, it will never change back.
That magical period is gone.
Yeah.
But some people in chat actually got it as well. The third most asked question on NA more than EU. EU didn't ask this as much. How do you zoom out?
You hold R3
Press
for
it down
a few seconds and then pull back.
There
Actually,
it
I
is.
do need to change that on my gameplay. Oh. My gameplay, I guess my capture card is stuck. Could we see my screen a second? Oh, no.
You can go fix it if you want.
Okay, I need to close the app.
Yeah. Try on launch is going to make it kind of rough for players in the beginning. It is, like, getting the enhancement levels and going up there. The enhancement system in general is kind of overwhelming for new users. We've seen that during beta. We had a lot of questions about that.
Yep.
There were a lot of questions. There were questions about... There were people trolling other... Like, I don't mind it when people ask me the same questions, because I know it's like, oh, maybe he just came into the chat now and just wants to get his question in. Had no issues with that during beta. Other players started getting more sassy. So if someone's like, oh, how do you zoom out? And the other person's like, the real question is, how do you zoom in?
So someone did say, like, first-person perspective when.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can do that anyway. I did see an interesting question just before. Okay. Where was it?
Let me scroll through chat for a second.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So someone's asking about the Australia-New Zealand thing. Basically, we were under the assumption that it would be on NA because that makes sense. That's where the least amount of latency is. Unfortunately, due to the way that the Sony store works, it puts Australia in with the European regions, and we use that data to put people into servers. So right now, Australia and New Zealand will be in EU, and we're going to be working to try and make it so that Australia and New Zealand will be able to connect to America and transfer that data over. But unfortunately, we don't have an exact timescale. We need to work out how much time is going to be needed to do this, because it's not an easy process. It's not as easy as just Control-C, Control-V on another spreadsheet. There is a lot of complicated things for switching the servers in that way. So we have to go through, we have to work out how long it's going to take us, and all this good stuff, but we are going to be working on doing that for you guys.
Yep. That's something that we saw a lot of, and we really do want to work on that. For other people, what was the other one? Oh, there was a question I saw just a little bit earlier.
Berserker on launch. Berserker is not going to be making it at launch, but he will come very soon after.
Let's do this for new users who don't know the BDIP. Who is Zarka?
Berserker is the Lord of Corruption and currently lives in Serendia Shrine. He is a world boss and drops one of the most powerful weapons in the game, which is the Kazarka weapon of your class. So it could be Kazarka staff, Kazarka axe, Kazarka sword. The Kazarka weapon is a boss weapon. It honestly is the top tier boss weapon for ever.
Yeah.
So for PC, PC has been out for quite a while.
Yep.
Only just now, after 3 or 4 years, is Zarka maybe not top tier. So, I mean, those kind of weapons do last you a long time. All the boss gear is generally a very good investment in your time and money.
Zerker is Berserker. Kazarka, and I saw it in chat, the K is not silent because it's not a translation from Korea, it's a transliteration. You pronounce all the separate letters.
Yeah. So it's Kazarka.
It is Kazarka. I mean, you can call it Zarka. You just
call it whatever you want. You can call him Bob for all he cares. Like he's a giant octopus head purple thing. Like he just destroys everything.
You'd be wrong, but you could do it.
I mean, how do you think he would feel if you got his name wrong?
That's true.
Yeah, he might not drop a box for people who get the name wrong. Okay. So we are into gameplay right now. I didn't realize we were there.
Ooh. Okay.
As you can see, we are wearing the shootout outfit.
Let's go into a light for a sec.
Yeah, it's kind of dark right now, and I forgot how to change the timing of the server. So as you can see, we're wearing the cape. It's beautiful. We got this beautiful helmet. And one thing I do want to show quickly is you can actually open the helmet. You go to Inventory, Pearl, and then here. You can turn it off. As you can see, my beautiful Zerka face.
Oh my.
And then if you turn it on and... Oh, the open visor. Okay. There is an open visor button. It doesn't seem to be working right now. We'll double check.
It's because your weapons are out.
Is it because my weapons are out?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Positive?
Pretty sure.
Okay. I don't believe you. Let's see.
So...
No, it didn't work.
It didn't work.
No,
You're just hiding.
It didn't work, dude. Look, it's right there. It's still there.
Zoom in.
It's still there, man. I can see it from here. That's not my face. That's not my face. Anyway, okay, so you can turn different parts on and off. Maybe it's... Oh!
There it is.
Yeah!
See? When you get your weapons out, the visor comes down because you're in battle mode.
Okay, there we go. That's the armor. You can change the appearance. There was something else I wanted to show in settings, but I couldn't.
This costume comes with the pre-orders, yeah?
Comes with the ultimate pre-order.
Yeah. With the ultimate pre-order, it's for the initial 6 classes.
Yep. Okay, one of the things I do want to say, as you play the game, this is actually important, and it's something that we haven't done on our account, so you can see on our profile. In the fitness stats, we have breath 1, strength 1, and health 1. Breath, you will always level up because you want to run everywhere. So that's how you level up that. Strength, you level up by putting on trade packs and walking, and it increases your weight limit. Breath increases your stamina. Strength increases your overall weight limit on that character. And health is the single most important one. it increases your HP and your WP, MP, whatever. You get health by eating buff food. So drinking milk teas that give you experience, eating Serendia meals that give you AP, Balanos meals which give you life skill stuff. Eating that will increase your health, which increases your HP and your WP. And as you can see, we have one, which does make it kind of hard for both the classes we are playing today. He is playing the Wizard, I am playing the Berserker. It makes it very hard to do combos and still keep going. And I would give myself potions, but that's cheating in my book.
There it is.
So I'm just going to smack until I get it back.
For strength, though, how, like, there was a lot of people in beta that were asking, like, where do we find the trade packs to start carrying them around?
I don't think there is a trade manager in here. So we go to the world map. We press down, we go to the trade manager icon. Okay, it's quite far away. But basically, at the trade manager, you can pick up an item, and if you put it in your own inventory, it will give you like a heavy pack, and it causes you to walk ridiculously slowly. And then if you want to level it up, the easiest way is to just press L2 and square, which makes it green, and that will cause you to keep going down this route.
Okay.
So it's like an auto loop function. It'll loop back and forth. And as you're walking, it will increase your stats.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. So as you can see, we are in Media. The sun is starting to come up wonderfully at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Sweet.
So I am playing the Berserker. You are playing the
Wiz.
Wizard. If we could switch between the two occasionally. And it is pitch black on my screen right now. Do I have a Firefly? I don't have Firefly. So it's going to be quite dark for a while. Hopefully it's better on your screens than it is mine. I think I need to mess around with my display settings.
Okay.
But
Where
let's
should we
go to... So let's show Sausan Garrison. Sausan Garrison is a very popular spot, I would say, especially early on. Kind of mid to late media area. What makes a good grind spot? I will ask you this first.
For me, it's efficiency. So it's not so much as like getting the most experience out of everything. You don't want to have to keep using all of your pots, running back and doing it. You want to be able to keep a rotation and, you know, not run out of WP and whatnot.
Yeah. It's also, so you're right, the rotations are incredibly important. Also, what is important is the drops you get there.
Yep.
Sausan's is pretty good for silver. There are some great items that you can get some good drops, but we're probably not going to get them. I think Grunil's drops here. Okay. There's a lot of trade-ins for, I think, 1,000 of the trash items can be traded for a 1,000,000 gold bar, like a 10G bar, and that is a quest in the place where we just was, Summer Outpost. And basically, you just go here and you can level up. There are little tips and tricks that you can do in this area to continue farming without worrying so much about inventory slots that I can talk about in a second.
Actually, while you're doing this, because we're looking at Shirna's screen, yeah? So someone in chat was asking, and I kind of caught it, but you have skills quick slotted, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go over that. So can we switch over to my screen? Right? So you go to your ring menu setting here, and you can see that on my ring menu, there's only one, right? So I just go through. As long as there's one of them, it can be quick slot into a direction.
Yeah.
Right? If you have multiple, like here, that's when the ring menu comes up, right? So if you just wipe everything out, just put one in there, you're good to go. Right? Oh, are you fighting? All right, I'll come join you.
Another question that was asked, what do the dots mean underneath your name in a party? It is the distance indicator, and it shows how far away your party members are. So when it's at 1, it means they are quite far away. And then as it goes up, it means they get higher and higher, and they get closer and closer. So you get most benefits when you are right next to each other. Just to say, we're not super geared. Just quickly show the gear. So we do have Duo Kreia and Duo Cyanot. He has Duo Kreia Staff and Steel Dagger. These are good for PvE. They give bonuses to extra monsters as it goes up. So that's why we're using these two. And we have the almost traditional, at this point, duo set of Duo Grunils and Duo Hebe, which is... why do we use 2 and 2? I don't know if I've ever told you. I just told you to do it.
You told me that there was like weight efficiency?
it's weight efficiency plus stat bonuses. So the stat bonuses inside. So hold on. The stat bonuses of each weapon. There we go. Oh yeah, one of the things as well, skill animations have been fixed so that you can now cancel Zerk animations. Was a question that came up in beta. So anyway, Heve and Grunil both offer great 2-set rewards, like 2-set bonuses, but they don't offer very good, 4-set bonuses. The 4-set bonuses aren't as good as, let's say, other sets like the boss gear sets when they come out or things like that. So what you do, you just need the 2-set bonus from each, and it gives you extra HP and 5 extra AP, which make it incredibly useful. I think my keys have been switched around again. Right.
Yeah, concentrate magic arrow. We're getting a lot of drops. How are we getting these drops without actually picking them up?
We have pets going. You can see them running around. You could probably hear the lost penguins. A lot of Xbox users are probably having PTSD flashbacks right now.
Do they not like the penguin?
It's a very noisy pet, and when you have 3 of them out like we do, it's a cacophony of sliding noises. I need to lock this skill because I don't like it. It slows everything down. There we go. Okay. And then I'm just gonna see if we can spin to win here. So we are under-geared, under-health, and under-WP'd. I wouldn't say under-geared, actually. Our gear is okay, but we don't have enough HP. We were in here last night practicing and just trying it out, seeing if we can survive in Sausans. Otherwise, we would go to Abandoned Iron Mine. And I was like, my God, I'm dying so quickly. What's wrong? Turns out I was wearing my cooking outfit. And yeah, it was rough. Okay, one of the things I'll show everyone here is... I need to open the map and there are people killing me. So there is a way that you can generate a storage in this region. So if you don't know, you can use horses as like a personal bank and you can stack items on them. So the trash items especially, you get a lot of. Because we are in Media, which means we get normalized drops.
So when you say normalized drops, what do you mean?
So nearly everything now will drop something. It might drop silver, it might drop trash items. In Balanos, Serendia, and Calpheon, we have the, I don't know how to say, it's a different drop system where it's one item every so often, but the value is increased. Here, the value is lower, but you get a lot more of it. And that's why a lot of people do say to have 4 pets. But what you can do is you can use your horse as a basically moving storage, which means what you do is the trash items you get, you will put in the horse inventory when you're nearly full, put them all in and overweight the horse, and just keep it where it is as like a storage. Go back and farm some more, go back and kill some monsters, get some more gear, and then go back to the horse, take everything out, and put all that trash items back in. And you can keep doing that for quite a while, and then when you need to get out, you just put them all in your inventory, and the horse can move as normal.
Cool.
And you can do the same with boats. So there is actually a wharf manager down here.
Before you move on to boats, though, how do you get your first horse?
You get your first horse from either leveling, which is where most people will probably get their tier 5 horses from, or there are horses that you get during quest lines. So like I think you get a tier 1 after Velia, and then you get a tier 3 horse somewhere around Calpheon, I believe, and then there's a tier 5 horse towards the end of the story in Calpheon.
Did you jump down?
I did.
Oh, okay.
So we're not probably the best to be doing this section right now. Normally you would want to be one-shotting everything here. I'll just do this combo.
Yeah, you're doing all right.
But yeah, we're not doing too badly in terms of how quickly we're going through things. And Wizard is just eating everything, but I guess you're going through an absolute ton of pots. Or a ton of MP, no?
No. I have a good rotation going on here.
Damn it.
And plus I have mana absorption.
Oh, yeah, I forget that you have mana absorption. Just suplex that guy, just for fun. Okay, I do need to turn chat back on. I've been talking for 10 minutes without touching my phone. Oh, no.
Oh.
Right, there we go.
What have I done?
All right.
I accidentally activated Blizzard.
Well, at least everything will die. So one of the key combos I would say for Berserker is the last hit Frenzied Destroyer into Headbutt, Storming Beast, and something else I can't remember. Beastly Wind Slash. I
you want to show it?
At the end. Yeah. So
Switch to Shirna?
Hold on, I'm doing the wrong skill, and that's used a lot of my WP. So you can force out what is called the last hit of Frenzied Destroyer by going like that, and then Headbutt, Storming Beast, and Wind Slash. People think I button mash, but I do button mash knowing what I'm doing. It's a very interesting concept.
It's an organized chaos.
Oh yeah. So basically you back R1, R2, which does the final hit of Frenzied Destroyer. Then it's, I think, hold on. You know when you do something so much it becomes second nature and you try to tell someone how to do it?
And it doesn't work out?
Yeah. And then it's forward R2 and A and, circle, and I don't know. It's become second nature to me, and it's hard to explain. But that combo is the one I use a lot in PvP as Berserker, and it does a lot of damage, as you know, because when we fight with Berserkers,
it hurts.
It hurts. There we go. There we go. So it's hard to explain a combo as you're trying to do it. So anyway, okay. Is knowledge? What's that? That went too quickly. Is knowledge icon next to the name going to be in release? Yes. If you are seeing it now, it is going to be in release. We are playing the launch build of the game, and there is Predatory Hunt, which I still need to lock, but I can't.
Why do you want to lock Predatory Hunt?
Predatory Hunt, it kind of kills your momentum a little bit. Oh, hold on. I need to do a heal here. Do the roar. There we go. Fearsome Tyrant. Okay. I think we're on... Oh, we're on me. So I want to lock it because it kind of slows down your movement. It doesn't do a lot of damage. In terms of like usefulness of the skill, I would say it's not that useful, which may, you know, upset a few people, but...
Am I facing an elite? I am facing an elite up here.
Good luck.
I'm doing all right.
We could switch to Trent right now, just so I can
popped
talk a few things. Oh, you popped him already?
Yeah.
I was hoping everyone would get to see you die.
That's mean.
Sucks. Okay, how do we get the Skyhawk if we play the beta? If you registered to our website, I think you still have a little bit of time to do that. If you register to the website, you will be able to get the Skyhawk Pet after launch. You didn't need to play beta for it.
No.
You just needed to register to the website, and that will allow you to get the Skyhawk Pet. Should be at launch, but
should be.
It might be a little delayed. Depends on how basically the launch goes.
Yeah.
If there are issues at launch, it might take a little longer for us to get those out to you, but we should be able to get it within the first few days. We'll try to get it as soon as possible. So yeah, launch time, for those who don't know, we're probably mostly American in the audience right now. It will be 12 a.m. PDT, which is midnight PDT, which is 3 a.m. East Coast, 7 a.m. UTC, and then in Korea and Japan, it'll be
4 p.m.
4 p.m. opening time, I believe. Those are the opening times off the top of my head.
I believe. I have to double check the Asia servers though.
Yeah, the Asia servers might be a little bit delayed if I remember correctly.
Yeah, because the PlayStation Store is weird.
You can't say things like that.
No, as in like not weird in a bad way, but like
it's not universal.
Each store is independent from one another, and so the more uniform that it becomes, it's awesome. But when it isn't, it's like we just kind of have to deal with it. Someone asked for the website.
It is console.playblackdesert.com, and then you close off the overlay that is on there right now for Xbox. I believe that says Archer and Fairy. Close that off. Select the PS4 option, and then you will be able to sign up there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Right. And you'll be able to link your account via profile in-game. Right?
Yes, you will have to link your account in-game, I believe, for us to send the item.
Yeah.
So for that, you would go to the support center at the top, log into the website. When you're in-game, you go start, you go profile, triangle, enter your So profile, triangle, it brings you to this window. enter the account you used on our website, the email address, I believe, and then the password, and then press link.
Yes.
And that will cause your account to be linked to our website, which we can then send the Skyhawk Pet to. Linking gives benefits in that it allows our customer service to quickly... Can we switch to Trent while I'm talking?
Yeah.
To quickly allow you to... sorry, I'm still on camera. Oh, there we go. So it allows us to better service your accounts for customer service. We can look at your account much easier.
It's just more efficient for us.
Yeah, and it allows us to send items, and then when coupon codes start coming out for streams and things like that, there won't be one today because PlayStation hasn't launched. But when we do, we can do coupons, and you need to have your account linked for that to work. So I am going to park up here a little bit. No, I can't even get up the stairs. All right.
Just come over ramp.
I don't want to, man. I don't want to go up there. I told you I don't believe in the power of friendship.
That's mean.
Yeah,
do you believe in Toon World?
I do believe in Toon World. Toon World is a great card. Okay. All right. Spin. No. Okay. Spin. There we go.
Absolutes at launch? No.
No absolutes at launch. Absolutes will come slightly later in the fact that, you know, even if absolutes were in at launch, you're probably not going to have the skill points to use them for quite a while. They do require a fair chunk of skill point usage, and you know, early on it's better to level a bunch of skills to a higher level than to focus on one or two, because you're not going to be able to farm effectively with just absolute wind slash or something.
For those of you, because this is it was difficult for a lot of new users. They didn't know which skills to actually focus on, right? So where would you find the information? There's a good Google is one, yes. We also have a really good Discord community for each channel of classes and stuff. You should definitely take advantage of that. There's a lot of expert players out there. We have a lot of partner streamers, as well as other streamers out there who really know their stuff.
Yeah, each Discord is discord.gg/playblackdesert.
I believe so, yes. If you can't remember that address, go to our website. It'll be on the top right corner after you get rid of the overlay. And Discord's good. Forum is really good as well. In terms of streamers, a lot of streamers have different playstyles, which is awesome.
Yep.
I'll give an example. The way that Moreland TV plays Warrior and the way that Bob plays Warrior are different yet very effective.
Yeah.
And they're both very scary people. So yeah.
It's interesting that even though you play the same class as someone else, you may have a completely different playstyle.
Absolutely.
Even when you're pre-awakened and your tools are, I wouldn't say limited, because there are a lot of skills, but your tools aren't as expanded as Awakening.
Right.
It's crazy how different people can play.
Yeah.
Like, we were doing a lot during beta. We were in the arena a lot, messing around with, playing around with users, and just fighting other people. And it was interesting that nearly everyone had a different style of sorcerers.
Yeah.
There was different combos that people were using, and you're like, okay, well, that makes sense, but I've seen it this way. And then you tell them, and they're like, it just doesn't feel comfortable for me.
Yeah. Most classes have very similar basics. Like, sorceresses are gonna go in and out, right? You're trying to get in and out of the opponent's range.
Yeah.
But the way you do it and the way that other people have been doing it is very different from one another, and it's really fun to see. Hopefully we can do more arena events like that, because I think it really helped a lot of the beta users to just feel more comfortable with PvP.
I think it helped us too. Like, we got to see a lot more, like, between us two, we're not talking about the developers here, but we saw a lot of interesting matchups of people who either have never played Black Desert before, or played very little, and then like just jumped into the beta, against people who were playing Xbox, against people who were playing PC. Yeah. And it was interesting to see that everyone approached everything differently.
It was awesome.
It was. And one of the things that is kind of important in PvP for PlayStation is camera. You want to try to make your opponent spin around as quickly as possible while you don't.
Exactly.
Because that gives you more of an advantage. So if you can make your opponent try to find you like this, it's trying to look for where you are, he's going to be slower than if you're just staring him straight in the eyes with a fireball.
Absolutely.
So that was interesting.
Yeah, getting people to start using the camera to their advantage was awesome to see, as well as seeing people be very disoriented. Like, I used teleport and I didn't know where I was anymore. That was awesome.
That's one of the reasons I don't play Witch and Wizard, is because I cannot, for the life of me, figure out how far teleport is going to take me. I can kind of figure it out when I'm playing against someone, but when I'm using it, I'm like, oh, and teleport randomly. Okay, one of the reasons why a lot of people say that this is a really good place, as you may have seen because you're watching me, Grunil drops here can make a lot of money on the central marketplace. Grunil is a very popular armor set before boss gear. Compared to the other sets, it is very heavy, so it does reduce your weight limit a little bit, but it is an incredibly good armor to use. I still haven't locked Predatory Hunt. So it's a very good armor class to use at the beginning and early on. So farming here, you can make a lot of money because Grunil sells out quickly. And it doesn't matter how long the game has been out, Grunil still sells quickly.
Yeah.
Because I think at the vendors, it sells for 800,000. And then if you sell on the central marketplace, it's about 300. So you can make a decent profit by farming here, getting a good amount of Grunils, and just selling them on the marketplace. But it does take time to get here. I'm going to say that now. It does take time to get here.
Someone was asking, can you use Xbox? If you haven't linked account on Xbox, can you use the same email for PlayStation? I'll have to double check. I'm sure that you can.
It would make sense.
I'm very sure that you can. If you can't, please do let me know, and I'll get to the bottom of that.
Yeah, it makes sense that you could, but you know we would need to make sure. I think you can. I think the mailing list you couldn't for some reason. But we fixed it, so it should be okay for the website.
It wasn't the... So with the mailing list, it was... You didn't get a confirmation email, so some people thought it didn't work, and then it said that, hey, you've already signed up. So that's why.
Okay. So, just going to say now, you can see me using... occasionally, you'll see me using Wrath of Beast, which is a good heal skill. It's currently on cooldown. And then if you jump during that or press another button, you do Ire of Beast. Normally, I would not. I'm going to say now. Normally, I would not level up Ire of Beast, but it is actually kind of helpful early on because it just gives you like a knockdown on most enemies.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of useful early on, but you tend not to use it later. I'm just going to Lava Piercer past you, do some Undertaker moves into there. Okay. So Berserker has a lot of native heals. He has. Let me just double check which ones they are. We have this one, Beast Roar, gives you a little bit of healing, and it also knocks down light enemies, so enemies that normally can be knocked down by a gust of wind.
Okay.
Then you have this one, which is Wrath of Beast, which does a lot of damage when not interrupted by a random guy. Thank you very much. But that will heal you up very nicely too. And then you have your Black Spirit Rage skill, which I'm going to run over here into these guys to use. Here. Fearsome Tyrant, as you can see, does a lot of damage with Black Spirit Rage, 100%, and also heals you up 99% of the time. It will max you out.
Cool.
So those are the three heals that you want to kind of rotate with Berserker, and it makes it so that you don't need pots when going against enemies. When you're going PvP, though, you're probably going to need it.
Yeah.
Oh, my pets are low tier. That would explain why they're not picking everything up right now.
Are you angry at your penguins?
I'm angry at their sloth. They're lazy. I could actually, one of the things I will show now is you can go into pet, and as you can see, we have command. If you make them agile, it makes them pick things up quicker, but they use more feed as they're doing.
There it is.
Command.
And where do you get feed?
Feed you can get from you can get basic feeds from the stable master. Or you can craft it in a cooking thing, I believe. And also there are Pearl Shell ones, but you know.
Yeah.
The organic feed, the green ones, usually are sold on the central marketplace because people craft it to sell. It is a good money maker, actually. Now that I say that, that's probably going to just keep the price real low for PlayStation.
Yeah.
Real low.
We try our best not to affect that market, but for what was it? We're gonna be doing a lot of these kind of streams, hopefully, where we just do gameplay and show around certain things. We can give tips here and there. For those of you guys in chat, if you guys have things about Berserker that you know, share them. Honestly, it'd be awesome.
Please teach me. You know, I do play a lot of Zerk, but I literally do 2 combos, and I leave it at that.
But is it your rotation?
It is my skill rotation, and
Yeah.
it roughly works. Occasionally, you know, I end up not using one of the skills.
And when you don't do it, just panic. Just throw the controller.
Exactly. It's just like, oh, I can't do it. Why can't I do it? No. And then, like, you know, everything just dies anyway because I'm a Zerk with a big axe.
So glad you said that.
Where was your mind going, dude?
I'm just having some fun with the whiz.
Okay. If we could switch to, I'm gonna try to tap out for a bit and answer questions. So.
Oh, sorry. So that was one question I saw a lot today. At level 50, is it forced PvP? So at level 50, you can start flagging up on people.
Yeah.
Right? You can start flagging up on other level 50ers and above, since there's no level limit, right? Level cap. You can flag up on them. If you have been flagged up on and you get killed, you don't lose anything.
Yeah.
Right? It's when you flag up on somebody and you die, you'll probably lose something.
I think so,
Right?
yeah.
You have a higher chance of losing crystal and all that kind of stuff, right? So there's penalties for people who do flag up. Also, flagging up and killing somebody, as well as killing horses. I saw a lot of that in beta. Not okay. Drops your karma, right?
Yep.
So which is basically like your reputation, which means you can't enter towns properly. Am I playing?
Yeah, you're on screen right now. You're
Oh,
just
okay,
sitting
okay.
there. I said switch to you while I answer questions, but you're right. So Comet does have the penalty of every town and city have guards, and those guards hit like trucks. And if you are negative karma, you won't be able to use the facilities in those towns. So there is heavy punishment for people who try to go red the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, some people manage it, some people cope. I am not one of those people, but some people do it.
Okay.
It's not until, I want to say, Valencia, which is the next region after Medea, that you can be red and still have a town to go to. Mikan in Valencia is the outlaw city. Okay, I'm going to answer a few questions now. 5 pets at launch? No, it'll be 4 pets at launch, which should be more than enough to get you through Medea. It should be more than enough. Can you save the armor set for later release classes? Unfortunately, no. The shootout armor set only works on the starting 6 classes, which are Berserker, Warrior, Witch, Wizard, Ranger, Sorceress. So the shootout can only work on those. Will the drop menu be in the PS4 version like the PC where it shows the items that drop? Unfortunately, no, it won't. It won't be in. You won't be able to see what you can get from specific regions right away. Most of the early stuff is pretty straightforward. The things that you're really going for, which is earrings, are down in Hexe. Grunil and Heve is here. There are a bunch of other places. Black magic crystals for Blackstone powder, if you grind them, are available in the abandoned iron mine in abundance. In absolute abundance. Okay. Is there another link after registering for the Skyhawk? I don't think so. I think once you register, that's when it will be sent to you. We need to triple check and follow up one more time on that, because, you know, we occasionally hear different things and we're like, well, that's not good. But most of the time, you link your account and then it will send to you, like that. Australia, New Zealand moving to NA later is 100% confirmed. You just don't know when. Pretty much. I'm not going to say 100% confirmed. There may prove to be too many technical challenges to accomplish. But I would say we're 100% committed to it.
Yeah.
But there may be issues going forward. So I'm going to say there's an 80% chance that it will happen. But it's going to be hard. And we're going to have to work the developers and the tech side of things are going to have to work like their butts off to try and get this done. So we're trying incredibly hard to get this done because we know that EU is not the best place for Australia and
Yep.
New Zealand to play.
We've seen all the videos that people have submitted. Oh, I'm dying.
Heal up then. Oh, you got. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Damn, magic absorption gave you like 1,000 MP instantly. What?
It's beautiful, and plus healing lighthouse also gives you W feedback. It's beautiful.
Which
Make-
wizards are broken?
Ah, they need buffs.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh, that's gonna make chat
Someone
angry.
asked, is it possible to off-center the camera at all? So the same way that you zoom in and out, you can move the camera around.
Oh, I'll show it once I run away.
I can quickly show because I'm chilling out at the beach.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
So if we could switch over to my camera just for a second. There we go. Okay, so the same movement, you do this for the camera, right? To zoom in and out, you hold R3. And then if you want to move the camera off center, you use the D-pad, shown here. And you can move it up, down, around. You can move it everywhere you want. This is how I do sailing. So when I'm in my fishing boat, I always raise the camera up max so that I can see over the top of the mast. But yeah, this is how you can move the camera around. You use the D-pad. And then when you're set and this is where you want, you just move and then everything turns back to normal.
Cool.
So this is the guy that makes this area ridiculously good.
Yeah.
Is Gonclad. He's a wharf manager. You can repair your gear here, which is important if you want to stay here. And then if you basically want storage, you go to the shop and you buy the raft, wharf, register ship, register that. Normally you would give it a name of the item you're looking for and then just, you know, go to the wharf, take out, go to where it is, press start, inventory, go to the wharf icon here, and then you just drop in your trash items in there like that. And all's good with the world. And you can go overweight as long as you take it out first. So if I take this out first, then it will stack on top of my normal stack. So let's say I have 1,000, I can then put it back in like that. So as long as it's underweight when you put something in, you can overload it.
Okay.
And then you just have to, when you have to sell it, then,
Got charged along.
Yeah, you're going to have to, use horses and stuff. And then you just check it in, and there we go. We have a portable storage facility right here. I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you people this, but I'm telling you. It's the best way to save things in this area. This is why this area is pretty good. Sausan's is good because everything is close.
Should we just go to full screen for now and just take on the questions then?
So we're going to go into the Q&A session. So let's go to main camera.
So those two questions I saw, which was... There we are. I saw two questions. One was, are we going to be as involved as we were on beta? I hope so. I really want to be in part of the, let's get play at launch and stuff. So NA, EU, I'm hoping to play as well. But like, I'm not sure. I want different classes.
Yep.
For two regions, right? Do you have a suggestion for EU?
Play Sork.
Ooh, it's going to be a lot of deaths.
So one of the other things as well, during beta, we were, removed from our other duties, basically, to do that. So we had to get all the notes and patch notes ready before beta began so that we could spend that time with you guys in servers. So at launch, it's going to be more difficult because there are notices to go out. There are GM notes to write. There are patch notes to write. There are meetings to attend to talk about things. There are reports to write. There's a whole lot of stuff that me and you have to do. But we try our hardest to... We'll always be on Discord.
Yeah.
Because Discord is something we can do on the side while we're working.
Absolutely.
However, in-game, we have to, make sure everything is on. We're usually just fishing on our personal accounts during that time. So we can try to be involved as much as possible, but it's
We're
difficult.
not telling people our personal accounts, though.
Yeah, don't ask for my personal account.
We're not doing that at all.
Yeah. I did see a question, how to increase energy.
How to increase energy?
Yeah. How do you increase energy, Trent? Let's see if you remember.
Wait,
You've been playing this for ages, man. Come on.
For energy?
For energy.
Do you not just do quests and keep going from there?
That's contribution points.
Dang.
Okay, so energy is based on knowledge.
Oh, it was knowledge. But that's from quests. You get knowledge from quests.
Yeah, but you get knowledge from other things too. So knowledge, and so basically every question mark you see in a town or city, go talk to. That gives you something towards your energy, towards the total category, which gives you 1 or 2 energy. Killing monsters gives you knowledge. You only need C grade to get the energy, though. C grade on everything will get you the energy required from things like that.
So what are the different ways to get knowledge?
So trade items, you buy a trade item, consume it, that will give you knowledge on that. Question marks around towns are important NPCs that you should talk to. They will give you something towards your energy. I said killing monsters, right?
Killing monsters.
Killing monsters, cutting down trees, making things, cooking, alchemy, fishing as well. Fish, the first time you pull fish up, it gets you something. Visiting areas increases your knowledge. Talking to the node managers, that will also increase your knowledge. And they do sometimes have other knowledge tidbits to give you.
Right.
You can read books. You can talk to NPCs. Sometimes they have an option that you require energy, and that will give you knowledge. There are libraries in Calpheon. There are libraries around. If you ever see a bookshelf, go towards it. If it asks you to read it. That'll give you knowledge. Knowledge is everywhere. There's a lot of places where knowledge exists.
That got deep at the end.
I think that's everything I can remember about knowledge. There's probably other ways to get it. Oh, you can buy the bookcase and read that as well.
The other question that people had for newbies is, as a newbie, how do you learn new skill rotations? And as you guys saw in chat, while Simon was talking about, Shirna was talking about knowledge, ask the community. There's a lot of people who give out a lot of good tips. So Discord, forum, streamers, ask streamers as well. They're really good at what they do, and they can help you out from there. Most of the time, honestly, people want to help out. So just ask.
Yep. So Jeremiah Tigers on YouTube says, what is the Discord? It is discord.gg/playblackdesert. And then one person said, why do people lock skills?
Evasion sucks. All right, so
that's not how you start this. All right, that is the main skill.
I'm sorry. Lock. So most people lock skills because it will. Some of the button inputs are really close, and it'll screw up their combo, right? However, most people generally agree that the default evasion is not good. It in fact hinders your mobility, especially if you're like Witch, Wiz, Sork, right?
Yep.
You have and Ranger. You have skills that do that for you, as well as do damage, give you buffs, give you like super armors and whatnot.
So you want to use that first.
You want to use your skills before you get into just evasion.
Yep. Yeah. So that is why people lock evasion, is that it's not good. But other things, for example, you were seeing me do the stomp, where you jump up and down. That skill slows you down. It slows down your kill speed, basically, and slows down your combos. So you would lock it so that you don't hit it. Because, you know, it can activate during the combo, especially when you got fat fingers like mine, and you smash buttons repeatedly like I do. Even though I know the combo, I still smash the buttons to try and make it go quicker. It's a weird thing. But yeah, so that is why we lock that skill, so that it doesn't activate during other skills and combos. So if, for example, think of it like this. You hit a skill, and then before it comes off cooldown, you hit the same button press. The game will try to put another skill in there because it thinks that you're going for that skill. It occasionally happens like that. So you lock it so that you will never, ever, ever hit it.
Right.
Basically.
Any other questions?
So Ultimate Reform Stones, Ultimate Weapon Reform Stones, I don't believe are in now. Ultimate Stones will be in later. I think right now it'll just be the level 3 Reform Stone, which gives you a chance at getting a yellow item. But that's what we were using. We were using the ultimates. But you can trade Hunter Seals in Alta Nova for level 3 Reform Stones, and that's actually a good investment. Or you can just do Black Stones and enhance. So we are reading as many questions and stuff. Roaring Magical Armor Back Spirit Quest. The Roaring Magical Armor upgrade quest, I don't think will be in at launch.
I doubt
think it will come later. I think it'll be like Xbox, where it'll be added later on. So that means Dim Magical Armor will be there, but not the Roaring one. I can see people basically saying things like, how do you summon the Black Spirit? How do you interact with the artifact?
That was a very frequently asked question during beta.
I can get it because you don't interact with the artifact. You talk to the goblin in front of it. So I can see why. But if you ever see that question, and this is one of the reasons why we do these streams, we give you guys the answers, and then you guys can tell another set of people.
Yeah.
And it the knowledge cascades down like that.
Which is what we saw during beta,
yeah.
in all honesty.
So basically, when anyone asks that question, just tell them to talk to the goblin standing right in front. He is highlighted. There is a beam of light going right through the middle of him. You can't miss him. Talk to that dude, and then, that starts the quest. So someone say Meteor on launch. Yes, that's where we just were. Meteor is launch spec.
How do you get Shirna to play Valk?
How do you get Shirna to play Valk?
All right, PlayStation users, settle down for some lore.
No, let's not dash those hopes. No. There is no dash.
Yeah.
I just don't like Valkyrie. It's not my favorite class. I find them not interesting to play. So that's why there's a meme going around that that Valkyrie is never releasing because I don't like it. It's not true, but it is true that I don't like them.
Yeah.
It is true. Trent should play Sork. I agree, man. You should try.
I really gotta learn. So I gotta ask a lot of people on Discord on how to actually play it properly. For me, it's just like I play Wiz Witch, obviously, and I take that kind of skill and that kind of strategy to every other class. So I was doing that with Warrior, where I'm just throwing spears from a range.
I'm a warrior, and you're just like lobbing things.
Yeah.
But yeah, Noble Stories like chicken curry, man. Some people know that some people watch the Ninja stream for Xbox and know that I am a big curry person. Okay, so how long will it be for other classes? So this is something that's come up, and some people think that we delay the classes because we just don't want to release everything at the same time. A little bit of that is true. If we release 18 classes at the same time, there's going to be a lot of... It's really hard to make a decision early on. Now, those who know what the classes they want to play in the future, you've probably played other versions of the game, and that's why you want it, or you've seen their gameplay. But you do kind of have to learn the process. This is one of the small reasons for it, actually, is that if we just release 18, people are going to be like, okay, well, if I choose one now, I have to play it forever. That's something that goes through people's minds. That's not the only reason, and that is a very small reason. There are technical challenges that come up. We can't go fully in depth about what these challenges are, but know that there are development challenges for adding new classes because there's a whole lot more data to go in the game. There's a lot more things that have to go right and wrong. We QA, we make sure that everything can run properly, or at least as properly as it can. So there are a lot of technical challenges for just adding classes that a lot of people don't realize.
But it's not just the technical. Again, that's just one of the reasons that we can't fully go into that. But I'll go more into... I know you guys asked some questions, but I do want to get this out there. I'll go into more of the UX side of things. 6 classes during beta was a lot for a lot of people. Like, because a lot of people were so new to the game that they didn't understand that you can play multiple classes, that you should have multiple classes. How to do life skills, how to use these skills, how to use this class properly. Launching all the classes at once benefits a very small population of people. There was one time where we launched multiple classes and it was just information overload, right? It's a sensory overload. We saw that during beta. We saw that on other platforms, and we're trying our best not to go through that route. Get used to these 6 classes first, and then they build. Yeah. Also, for people who are waiting for your future classes, there's a lot of content and drops and events and stuff that carry on to your character that you want to play in the future.
Yeah, and then all the silver you earn on that character can be transferred over. You can buy the gear for your character when your character comes out. You will have the energy to be spending on like quests and for what's the other thing you spend on? Gathering life skills. You'll have your contribution points set up. You'll have all the armor and accessories. Armor and accessories can be switched between classes through storage. It's only weapons that are locked. So you can set up all your armor and accessories on one class. When your class comes out, you transfer all that over, equip it onto them, and then you just have to get the weapons. So there's a lot of prep work you can do on other classes. And you'll find that, like, for example, if you want... I tried to think of a class.
Wiz.
Wiz is already in. Think of a class that's not in right now.
Super Wiz.
Super Wiz. All right. So for classes like Dark Knight and Striker, you want to get them the armor ready.
Yep.
And then the weapons can come second. If you want to play like Shy, if Shy comes, it's the same thing. You want all this preparation done first, so that when your class comes in, you can just hit the ground running, steamroll all the beginning sections.
Same with getting like your Blackstones and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
all your Blackstones will be ready to enhance. So we understand that it is frustrating when you see other classes that you want to play and you can't play them, but do know that you can prep for that.
Yeah.
So as I'm going to say now, new classes are going to be coming on a regular basis. We're not just going to go like, oh hey, here's one class, deal with it for the next 9 months.
Yeah.
They do come regularly.
For kind of like a glimpse of how often we throw content out there, we've done this for Xbox where we've been pushing content, and again, information overload. You know what I mean? So in terms of which classes are coming out, future plans for PlayStation, wait for the roadmap to come out on the 21st.
Yeah.
On the 21st at Gamescom, and I'm hoping a lot of your questions will be answered there.
So one of the questions I saw, someone said Pirate Island is coming out. Pirate Island is classed as Serendia. So does that mean it gets the lower drop?
Sorry?
So the lower drop rate, like Serendia, Balanos, Calpheon, where you get 1 drop every 10. And
Right.
Pirate Island, is that included?
No.
No. So
not.
Pirate Island is technically Serendia, according to the game's lore.
Yeah.
But in terms of when it's released and the content it ties to in terms of the drops,
And when you get there.
and when you get there, it's Media.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So in the story that we all care deeply about, Pirate Island is considered Serendia territory, but it's considered its own little island. It's considered its own place. But in terms of when it launches and the way it drops items, it's considered Media. Yep. Okay, let's do 2 or 3 more questions, and then we'll answer it. Someone said, when will the codes be sent out? So you will need to You will need to link your account in-game when you get in-game. So you go to your profile, press triangle, enter your details, and then you'll be able to link the accounts, and then the pet will be sent from us to you once you link. Most likely that's how it's going to work. I noticed I couldn't make my witch thick as... okay. I couldn't make my witch thick like Ranger. No, I was like AF, and I was going to say it, and then I realized where I am.
Yeah.
Are you planning on fixing this bug? Are we planning to make the witch thick?
Nah, that's just Berserk. That's Berserk, baby.
So, just so people are aware, we're not just memeing on Zerk. There is an image going around of a Zerk in one of the female outfits, let's say, and it has been doing rounds in our team. And we've just been memeing on it a little bit between each other. But it is beautiful. It is beautiful.
It is beautiful.
I did show some people. I did share it in Discord for a little bit. I don't want to post it on social media because that would be my head chopped off.
Yep.
But if you're in Discord, I'm sure somebody has it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So no boss gear drops at the beginning. Boss gear drops will be added later when field boss content comes in. Same as world bosses. World bosses will be added in slightly later. There's a little bit more optimization being done on those bad boys because they are big and they do cause they cause a lot of issues early on. So we have to make sure that they're working as intended. Just imagine putting everyone into one confined little square on multiple servers. And that is the issue we have with Kazarka. There is a lot of people there, especially at the beginning of the game. So we have to make sure that it is in tip-top condition. And I saw you looked at the male blush question, didn't you?
Yeah. Male blush customization.
Sometimes you want your dudes to wear makeup, man.
I'll take a look into it. I don't know. I didn't know that this was a thing. Okay, I'll take a look into it.
Someone said, can we organize a tournament for the CMs? We're thinking about doing something like that. We still have to try and find more people who are willing to
be on camera and whatnot.
on camera. Altanova is legendary fisherman.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, she doesn't know how to wield a weapon.
Yeah.
So that would be not fair.
But to be honest, GM Grana is also a legendary fisherman. Like, he is an amazing fisherman. This dude spends a lot of time fishing.
Yeah. GM Grana is our Japanese GM.
Yeah.
He is a master fisher.
Yeah.
I could have gone 2 ways with
that.
Yep. I was thinking about it. I was like, is this the time and place? And I was like, today? No. Okay. Oh, goodness. So, does sweeping chimneys still the way to max energy? And I'm just going to say, I get the meme. I get it. Not going to engage with it. Okay, a few more. Someone said master, not guru, because guru is the high. No, guru, artisan. Just know that, like, when we say master fisher, we're talking about not the game titles.
Sorry, not the game
title.
I should be careful about that.
So the Pro Shop will be in at launch. Can we also hunt whales? I didn't check if hunting was in.
I don't think it is.
I think it'll be slightly later.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure.
Because I remember seeing something about it, but I think it'll come in later. But let's double check, and then we'll get back to that one.
We'll double check and let you guys know. If you do want to know, if you want to follow up, hit us up on Discord, on the forums. We'll be able to answer there. Okay.
But if we did a CM tournament, how would you feel about it? Do you want to do like 2v2?
Yes, 100%. Okay. So when you say, a lot of people are just chatting now.
Sorry, let's get into this. For sponsor streamers, right? People who, I'm not sure about sponsoring, but we do have a partnership program. If you go to our, I believe we have a notice on the website now. If you go to the notice on the website, you can find out how to partner up with us, or hit us up on Discord, and we'll go from there. I really do like when people play the game and stream it.
Okay,
but
Vincent on Twitch asks, are the following updates free or paid DLC? The answer is... Trent, you're letting me down.
No.
What do you mean, no? No, it's not the answer. When I give you two options, you don't just say no.
I just say no. No, there's no paid DLC.
No paid DLC.
It's buy once, play forever. All of our content has been, any additional content has been free.
Just new classes, new regions, new things to do. All of that is free. They are added free over time. You only need to buy once. You can play forever. And we actually mean it. We have zero plans of doing
You can play forever as long as you have the PlayStation subscription.
PSN.
Yeah. You need that.
And there was one other thing. What is going to be the game? So there are not going to be release notes because release notes would probably kill us in terms of writing because it would be documentation on top of documentation. So we need to double check on some things. But in the game at launch, you will have 6 classes. There will be up to Media. World bosses are coming slightly later.
Yep.
You can do Ultimate, but we don't have the Ultimate Reform Stone. We only have Grade 3 Reform Stones. The battlefields are in, so Red Battlefield plus the Battle Arena is in at the beginning. Battle Arena allows you to just free PvP with other people. No worries. The chat. I don't know if we wanted to talk about this. So chat, you can now make the chat window shorter. Like it's just height-wise.
Height-wise, not width.
Height-wise. So there is an option for PlayStation players to drop down the size of that.
Yep.
That is something else that is in. What else is in? Up to Media, obviously the story, the quests, leveling up, getting silver, cooking, cleaning chimneys. There's a whole bunch to do. Fishing, all the life skills are in except hunting we have to double check on.
Yeah.
And sailing is not added at the beginning. So even though you have a fishing boat, fishing boats are not considered sailing. Only the sailboats are considered sailing. So the stat is in there for the future, but it's not active right now. Someone keeps asking who killed the most goblins during beta. That's diving deeper into the data than we wanted to ask the database team to do. It would require a lot of effort to try and find the one player who killed the most.
It could be done, but then this stream would have been done next week. That would be an issue.
It would have taken about a week and a half. Yeah. Okay, item linking in chat will not be coming. It is difficult to do through in-game means, so we're not bringing that in. So no item linking, unfortunately. How many players played? We can't release details, unfortunately. There were a lot, though.
Yeah.
There was a lot of players.
Who killed the most CMs during beta?
Probably you, Bob.
Yeah, most likely Bob.
You.
It was either Bob or Yumi.
Someone say, is there a way to hide my UI? Now, you can hide the UI, but I don't believe you can move while doing it because it brings the UI back on. So
Photo mode.
Photo mode is the only way, unfortunately. I'm not going to show you. I'm just going to double check that you can't walk with it. So turn on photo mode. Photo mode is down in your... Oh, no, you can move with it.
You can move. You can't fight.
You can't fight. If you hit an attack button, it will automatically bring the UI back on.
Or if you interact.
But if you have photo mode on, you can walk around and stuff like that, but you can't run.
Yeah.
As soon as you press any other button, apart from move, it will turn photo mode off. Oh, you're going to show that? Okay, here. There you go. So like you can walk around with no photo mode, and then if you press run, the UI comes back on.
Can you hide chat? Yes, you can. Through your ring menu, it should be one of your options there. It should be L2 up,
L2 left,
and then right.
I'm going to have to kill these. Okay, we will do one more question. Trent, you get to choose the last question.
When is Shy getting her Godslayer Greatsword?
I said a question, man. That's not a question. So one more PlayStation question.
I want to give out hats too. It's just a lot of legal issues there. Anything else? Awaken forms. We already talked about Awakening. I'm playing from Canada. Will I be able to play with EU friends? It's account based. So whatever store that you're accessing. So an EU account can link to an EU store, which means you can play with EU friends. But you would have separate accounts for that. Like you would need an EU account. You would need an NA account.
I like how Leiko was like, I'm going to switch to Shirna, and then I'm just spinning the camera around like this. And he's like, nope, nope, back to main camera, back to main camera. Okay, so, guys, why does Trent hit like a wet sandwich? Anyway, guys, I think that's it. Did we get the last question for PlayStation?
Yeah, all these other ones are repeats. We went over through most of the details. Guys, I really do hope you guys enjoyed the stream, right?
Yeah. These streams, there's a lot of information to process. We did a bit of gameplay showing Sausan's Garrison, why it's good, because it drops good stuff.
Yeah. Good
density. There are facilities nearby, such as repair. You can use the cheap rafts as cheap storage. So there's a lot of things you can do in this area. That is why we showed you. This is one of the, I don't want to say late game areas because it's not really a late game area, but for media, this is one of the better areas to go. As long as you can get quiet. Sausan's is usually a little bit quieter than Schultz, which is just across. Schultz is much harder, but you get more accessories there. So, yeah. Okay, guys, thank you for everything. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for asking your questions. If you want to ask any more questions, please do join Discord. Please do join the forums, ask questions. Most people can give you answers.
Yeah.
We are incredibly busy right now preparing for launch, so we're not going to be as active as we could be, as we want to be, but we will try to answer as many questions as we can.
Yep. We'll be popping in and out of the servers, during launch to say hi and whatnot. Hopefully we can do some of the arena events that we were doing during beta.
Hell yeah.
I think that was really fun. And yeah, right? Any other suggestions? Let us know via Discord or forum.
No, that's it. So thank you guys for tuning in. We will be back next week, most likely with an Xbox stream. And then the week after that will probably be a PlayStation stream, and we'll see if we can, do 2 a week. But right now we're just going to switch between the two.
Doing 2 a week is kind of rough.
But like we can consider it.
Yeah, it's something we're considering, like just to manage the workflows and whatnot. Because right now, oh dear God. Right? So, yeah.
But guys, thank you so much for joining in. This is the last time I'm going to say that. We will see you all next time. Catch you later, guys.